Hi friends, today we are going to learn about comparing unit fractions by using fraction strips. This is made for grade 3. So some vocabulary for this lesson is unit fraction. A fraction where the number is 1 over 3, 1 over 4, and 1 over 10. So if we had a fraction, for example, 6 over 8, that would not work because it has to be 1 as a numerator. The denominator, the bottom number in a fraction that shows the equal parts the whole is divided into. So this top number is going to be our numerator, and this bottom number is going to be our denominator. The whole, the entire shape or amount represents as 1. A fraction strip, a model used to represent a whole in its parts. Compare is a fraction using the greater than or less than or equal to sign. Equal parts, the parts of a whole that are sized the same. Hi! So our first problem is 1/2 is greater than or less than 1/4. Our definition of our fraction is A over B means A equal parts, each size 1 over B of the whole. The whole is made up of B identical parts. So RA for 1/2 is going to be 1. Is going to be 1. And our second half is going to be 2 because it's broken up into 2 equal parts. And then our 1/4 is going to be 1/4 equals 4 equal parts, size 1/4 of the whole. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. So we want to know how many parts for 1/2. So when we take it as a whole, we have 2 equal parts size 1/2 to give us the whole for 1. And then for our 1/4, we're going to have 4 equal parts size 1/4. So we want to find out what we have to find for 1/2 is greater than or less than 1/4. So we can see that our diagram up here, all up here is for 1 over 1 for the whole. And then down here, we are shown our diagram is for 1/2. 1/2. So we have 1/2 and 1/4 and 1/4. So 1/4, if we have 2 equal parts sized 1/4, that is going to give us 1/2. As you can see, it lines up equally. So we have 2 parts size 1/4 to give us 1/2. So 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Hi, so for our second question, our question is, Lily needs 1/3 cup of oil and needs 1/4 cup to make muffins. What will she use more of? So here we can visually see our whole as 1 over 1 right here. Same with this. So for our 1/3, we have 3 equal parts sized 1/3 to give us 1. And then with our 1/4, we have 4 equal parts to give us 1. So we need to figure out if 1/3 will be bigger or 1/4 will be bigger. So we can visually see that 1/3, this is 1 part size 1/3 to give us the whole. and 1/4 sized 1/4 to give us the whole. So we can visually see that it takes 1, 2, 3 parts to give us 1, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal part size 1/4 to give us the whole. So we can see it takes fewer parts to give us the 1 whole than the 1/4 has 4 equal parts size 1/4 to give us the whole. So if we visually line it up, compare 1/3 to 1/4, we can visually see that 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. So Lily will use 1/3 cup more of oil than the 1/4 cup of water to make her muffins. So she will use more oil than water to make her muffins. Hi friends, for our next question, this is going to be a comparison question. So which one is the biggest? 1/2, 1/3, or 1/4? So with our definition of a fraction, for 1/2, we're going to have 2 equal parts size 1/2 to give us the whole. And then 1/3, we're going to have 3 equal parts size 1/3 of the whole. And then 1/4 size 4 equal parts size 1/4 to give us the whole. So if we line up all of our pieces, we have 1/4, 1/3, and 1/2. As we can clearly see, 1/2 is the biggest. Since we're lining them up visually, you can see that 1/2 is the biggest out of all of these. So as we could write this with our equation, we could write 1/2 is greater than 1/4, because as we can see, it takes 2 parts to give us the 1/2 to equal that. And then we could say that 1/3 is greater than 1/4. As you can visually see, as you have lined up over here, we can see that 1/4 is a little bit smaller than 1/3. So another way how we can visually see this, represent this, is to get common denominators. So a common denominator for 1/3, 1/4, and 1/2 is 12. So what we can do is take 1/2 to get it equal to each other to get common denominators. So we're going to take the top number, the numerator, and the bottom number, the denominator, and times it by whatever number to get us a common denominator. So the common denominator in between all of these is going to be 12. So I'm going to times the numerator and the denominator for 1/2 times 6 to give us our number. And then 1/3 times 4 get us 4 times 12. And then for our 1/4, we're going to times that by 3. So we can visually see that we have 3/12, 4/12, and 6/12. So we can visually see, with everything being the same size parts of the whole, that we have smaller parts. So our 1/4 is going to equal 3/12, and then our 1/3 is going to be 4/12, and then our 1/2 is going to be 6/12. So we can visually see that 6 is bigger than the other two numbers. It's greater than 3 and it's greater than 4. So that's why 1/2 is the greatest. So 1/2 is the biggest. So that is going to be our answer. 1/2 is the biggest then 1/3, and 1/4. So 1/4 is the smallest, our second smallest is 1/3, and the biggest is 1/3. Thank you, friends, for watching, and I hope you have learned how to compare fractions with using fraction strips.